Hey Lamomet friends, Andang here for another Lotro leveling stream. When we last left off, we had finally returned to doing this on our Lore Master, and we made it all the way to level 86, but now we're going to try to make it to at least 86 and a half tonight. I'm doing a late night stream, kind of, sort of, and so here we go. It's after an basically 9-hour shift at work, so that's enough to consider this late at night, regardless of what time I'm recording this at. So anyway, let's go ahead and go on into things, into attack at dawn, and keep this leveling process going. Here we go. New quest, attack at dawn. Go figure. Let's get Hairball in this. Go Hairball, like the wind. Speaking of wind. There we go. That's how that should work. Well, that was awesome. Alright. Okay, this is fantastic. If everything was this easy, we would be in good sport for sure. Alright. And just so everybody knows, I am going to try to do streams when people can actually watch them at better times of day, but that'll actually probably be happening tomorrow. I am planning to stream tomorrow, because there's no way I'm going to be leveling enough tonight. And the main reason that is the case is because, quite simply, levels go crazy in Rohan all of a sudden. In just this book, we go from, well, first of all, we went from level 85 or 6 to 88 between books. And then just from this book, we go from 88 to 93. That's a huge hike. And then after that, in the next book, it's straight to 90, or actually I think we go to 92 in this one, and it's straight to 93 and then 94 in the next book. So, I mean, it goes very quick up to a much higher level. So really we need to be close to level 90 for the foreseeable quests, and so that we can actually do the epic battles at a decent level. Once we get to level 90, it should be easier as far as levels go, because we shouldn't need as much, I hope. And the main reason that's the case is because there's the whole end to this entire book, which is an entire, or whole end to this entire volume, which is an entire book. And so that should actually be pretty helpful and good. And then after that, it goes into smoother leveling, I think, in the following book or books, as we go into Gondor. So, and then once we go into Gondor, we should be able to get to level 100 within just doing the quests that are the epic stuff. And then we should be able to get all the way up to cap, no problem. The only problem I could see is getting from wherever we end up at the end of the epic, whatever level we end up at, to cap. But that shouldn't take too long to level. And then after I do that, I will be much slower leveling up my minstrel, because my minstrel is at level 93 and I really would like to get them up to cap. The good news with them is that I can do side quests, and so I'll actually be able to do all of the Gondor side quests just like I had in all my Bingo Boffin streams, because the continuation of that character, I'll probably still call them Bingo Boffin streams, in fact, even though it will be on my minstrel. Although on all of the last streams, I might just name them leveling to cap type streams, because basically I'm going to keep leveling until I level to cap. That's just how that works. Alright, we need to heal. There we go. All these encounters. My goodness. Alright, tornado. Not that one. Not that one. Alright, here we go. Tornado. Please go away now. There we go. Safe to press on. Look at that. Alright. Let's press on then. I would do all the encounters and stuff, but when I have to run back, I just don't need to when I'm doing a leveling stream. Alright. And welcome Alicia to the chat. Thank you so much for keeping me company here at almost midnight Eastern. Half an hour away from midnight. It will be midnight before I end the stream Eastern time. And Alicia asks, does anyone know if Bingo disappears when he's done or if he's staying? Yes, Bingo does disappear after you have completed all his quests for that week. He will then reappear Wednesdays at 10 Eastern in the morning. And so every Wednesday at 10 Eastern, Bingo should be added to the game again, assuming that nothing breaks or anything like that. That's only been a couple times. Well, now that I say that, it'll probably break all the future times because I jinxed it, but here's hoping we don't have to worry about that. Alright. Orc, your time is nigh. Bill Nye the Science Guy. Baba Bella, welcome to the chat. So glad to have 2 people here now. That is awesome. More people, the better. Here at the late night stream. By the way, if you have not yet taken advantage of the Steam store sales that are going on right now on Steam, highly, highly recommend it. For those that don't know, Steam is an app that you can have on your computer, a program that is basically a game platform where you can buy games and do things like that. That is made by Valve, the same people who make Half-Life and Portal and all the other stuff. And it's really, really awesome, I think, anyway. And it's grown into be one of the most popular platforms on PC. I run Lotro through Steam because Lotro actually used to have the main client issue. For some users had an issue where it would think Lotro would stop working because the client stopped working. Well, the Steam version would actually continue to work because it was still communicating with Steam. And so that caused it to not think that it wasn't communicating, and so it actually fixed the bug by having the Steam version that I had. Supposedly that's been fixed and has been fixed for a while now, but still I stay with the Steam version because it seems to just work better in my experience. And so anyway, Steam has sales every quarter basically, and right now the summer sale is going on and stuff is 75% off. There's Lotro codes that are like 75% off. In the Lotro store right now, there's stuff that's 75% off because they're competing with Steam on the Lotro store as well. So major sales going on right now for Lotro. And so if you have not bought the expansions, now's the time to buy the quad pack. If you were to buy the quad pack, it would equate to each expansion costing $2.50. You'd get all 4 expansions at once for $10, and that would be great, the first 4 expansions. And then you can get Helm's Deep as well for $10, so you can get every expansion to Lotro for $20 right now. And some of those expansions include turbine points, and so you almost get your money back just in turbine points by buying some of those expansions. Be sure to look and make sure. I think it's just Helm's Deep that does that. Maybe Riders of Rohan as well. So highly recommend taking advantage of those sales if you have not done so yet and you plan to go to those parts of the game. And Ian, welcome Ian. We got 3 people here tonight. That is awesome. Super awesome. Goblin Scout. Oh no, not a Goblin Scout. We gotta take care of that. No, 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 go away. There we go. There we go. Alright, time to claim the place. Now, time to find the ranger to talk to. There's the ranger. Alright. Back here in Rohan. Trying to get to a higher level. Because seriously, just to finish out this book, I have to be like 92. You know what? I'm going to look it up on Lotro Wiki. We are going to find out how close or far away I am from being able to do this. Lotro Wiki. There we go. And I just realized I had the stream up in another browser, so hopefully there wasn't an echo. If there is, terribly sorry about that. Alright. What? Lotro Epic Story, not Lotro Wiki. Epic Quests. That's what I searched for. There we go. And it'll have all the epic quests for you. And I know you can't see this, but there's not really much to be seen. I'm just looking at a website that's not the most visually interesting, but that's awesome because it's much easier to load for everybody. Alright, so yeah, this coming book, Volume 3, Book 12, goes from level 88, and keep in mind the previous book had just made it to 86, from level 88 to 93. And then in Book 13, it goes 94 for the first 3 chapters, and then the rest is all 95 stuff until the end. And then Book 14 is all 95, thank goodness. Book 1 of Volume 4 goes actually all the way to level 100, so that'll be another tough point where we'll want to be close to 95 before we start that book. So there could be a lot of leveling ahead of us, but the great news is Book 2, level 100 the whole way through. Book 3, level 100 the whole way through. And Book 4, level 100 the whole way through. And then Book 5 takes you from 100 to 104, another quick level, but we should be fine by then. And then Book 6, all 105. So we have our work cut out for us, that is for sure. So let's go ahead and keep leveling. You know what, we'll do Storm on Methodris. Methodris. Here we go.
While the Grey Company journeyed south to the aid of Aragorn, we came upon a Dunlending hag named Gwillian, called the Old Woman of the Mountain. She sought to raise an army of ancient evil to aid the White Hand against Rohan. It was our duty, Amlon's and mine, to keep her at
we
bay.
have to talk to the guy. Forgot about that. So yeah, we've spent all the points. All the points. Oh no, not that one. The other one. There you go. Alright, and welcome the BP to the chat. Nice to have another person here for the late night stream. I really do appreciate it. And they say, is there no other quests you can do? Only do skirms? Well, there is actually a rule I have on this character where it is a character that only levels through the epic story and skirmishes. Because I'm wanting to prove that you can level with just epic story and skirmishes and it's not too horrible for most of the early levels. And that's actually the case. I've been able to level very quickly early on. Now that we're getting into the higher levels, it's starting to become annoying a bit. But, you know, at the higher levels, there's more interesting quests. So, you know, if you make it to the higher levels just doing the epic story and quests, then you might want to start buying some of the side quests at this point. But I am sticking to my guns, gonna keep this character the same way it has been, and hopefully things will work out alright. And welcome Alexander to the chat. Man, there are a lot of people here at this time. That is awesome. And also Libby Lou, welcome to the chat as well. And Libby Lou says, hey Ending, I'm never able to catch your streams, so yay, yeah, fantastic. Glad to do it at a different time where some of the EU people and other people throughout the world can actually listen to the stream. And UK and all that, I'm not trying to get into politics, don't worry about it. It's fine. Alright. Here we go. Yeah, forward from the behind. We're gonna lead from the behind. That's what all the Rangers do. Alright. Oh my goodness, every single undead thing, I think, is right here. Man, that lightning NATO does just fantastic things. It's not a light NATO, I don't think, because that'd be something different. It's definitely a lightning NATO. Okay. Hey now. Stop that. Hey, and real good. Welcome to the chat. Nice to have you here as well. And they say that their daughters get a big kick out of my Gang Beast videos. Well, that is awesome. Me and Sprydra enjoyed recording them quite a bit, and hopefully everyone that watches them enjoys them. I really enjoyed doing the last 2 episodes because we found some of the other stuff you can do in that game, and it gets to be quite a lot of fun. I'm not going to spoil it here, especially for those that have not seen other playthroughs of that game, but there's some pretty crazy shenanigans that start to happen. And I also get a lot better at that game, thankfully, relative to Sprydra. And the BP says now only 11:45 in America. That's true, and that's actually on the East Coast. That's the earliest you can be if you're talking about the continental U.S. So very true. Come on. Alright, and Ian asks, hey, a quick question, Andang. How long have you been playing Lotro for, and when will we see you play your Beorning character again? Well, both good questions. So, first of all, how long I've been playing Lotro is a two-sided question. I have actually played in every single beta for Lotro, so way back to even Middle-earth Online, like forever ago. Played in like the first round of beta for that. That wasn't even beta, I think it was like alpha or whatever. They were getting ready to go into beta. And played in that, and totally different game. So glad that they remade it. There were some awesome things like being able to write books as any player and stuff like that they had planned. But definitely better to be on this side of things. And played in every single beta since then. I officially started to play in free-to-play, although I heavily thought about playing several times throughout Lotro's history, but I just didn't have enough time to buy the lifetime, and my parents didn't want to be paying a subscription for me since I'm kind of young, and so I just, you know, never was able to do either of those things. But once it went free to play, I was, and then ironically I started to subscribe once I got enough money for it, and did that for a few years, and now I'm back to just being a premium player. But I have been playing this game for quite some time, and, you know, heavily since, well, officially playing since free to play on the actual live servers. And I really wanted to get the lifetime VIP thing, Alexander, but I was not able to. I was so foolish not to. I would have saved so much money if I would have done that, but little did I know at the time I hadn't actually played the game that much. I'd only been playing in the betas. And then they also asked when I'm going to be returning to my Bjorning stuff. Well, probably after I first of all get this character to cap, and then get my Minstrel to cap, and then Bjorning should be next after that. I will not be leveling my Minstrel as fast as I'm going to be leveling this character, which hopefully will happen, because I'm going to be playing other games a bit more after that. Once I finish out this character, I'm going to take not a break from Lotro, but to tone down the amount of Lotro I've been playing, since I've been playing so much Lotro, and focusing on other games as well. And so that should be good. And so, you know, at some point in the future I will be returning to my Bjorning. It is on the list. I'll probably be doing PvP stuff first, I hope, and other stuff like that. But before I do any of that, I'm wanting to finish my epic story series. And then the BP asks, with the crazy amount of money that you've spent on this game, in your opinion, did you get your money's worth? And I would say yes. I think even with all the VIP stuff I spent and all that, I did get my money's worth, and that's mostly because when I paid for VIP, I just paid for the full year at a time, so it was $100 for a whole year of VIP, which translates out to be less than $10 a month. And then factoring in the fact that you get 500 turbine points back every single month, that's actually a really good deal if you were wanting to buy piecemeal turbine points, because 500 turbine points is actually more than $5 if you wanted to buy it piecemeal at that amount. And so it's actually, the turbine points alone at that price of VIP almost pays for VIP. And then you have all the other perks as well, like the extra XP and things like that, which helped me get through my epic story character through leveling and things like that a lot easier. And so, you know, I really like VIP. I recommend being VIP at least 1 month so that you can unlock a lot of the VIP things that you don't have to be VIP forever to keep. You can unlock certain things, and once you unlock them, they'll just stay unlocked. An example of that is Swift Travels, for example. Once you have 1 month of VIP, Swift Travels become commonplace to where you can use them whenever you want. You don't have to be a certain level. I mean, you do have to be a certain level still, but you can actually use them, which is great. Ian says, so in other words, we'll see him about 3 years. Well, I desperately hope that we will see my Bjorning again before 3 years from now, considering that I've had my YouTube channel for probably about 3 years now. Somewhere in there. I think it's like 2.5 now. It might be 3 years in September, because it was on like September 4th when I uploaded my first video, which is no longer on the channel actually. It was Helm's Deep preview stuff, but I had all this in-game music that was, or actually Rise of Rohan preview stuff, but I had all this in-game music, so I ended up deleting them later on when I got partnered on YouTube. Oh, we still got stuff alive. No wonder. No wonder. This is what happens when I talk to the chat so much, which I absolutely love getting distracted. And, you know, proving how horrible I can be when I'm also trying to talk to people. And there we go. Now we can take the place. But yeah, it could be, you know, several months before I return to my Bjorning. That's very, very possible. If pressed by enough people, I might return to my Bjorning before I finish off some of my other goals and kind of alternate between characters a bit. But we'll see. We'll see. I'm currently planning to be streaming Weatherstock once again. That will not be on my YouTube channel, it'll be on my Twitch channel. And I'll put all the links for that on Twitter. You don't need to go look up my Twitch. I don't know my Twitch URL because I only use it basically once a year for Weatherstock. I don't use it for anything else. And for those that don't know, Weatherstock is a yearly music festival where literally thousands now of players gather together through streams and in-game to watch all of these musical shows at the same time, and it's absolutely fantastic. It's just amazing to be listening to just all these bands play. They're some of the best bands. It's highly organized. It's one of the most organized things I've seen in any game as far as player run events go. It's absolutely amazing. And highly, highly recommend it. We are having to heal like crazy. There we go. And then Alexander asked, do you get to keep skirmishes if you pay for VIP? I don't think so. I'm pretty sure that you do not. I could be completely wrong in that. Bavabella says yay. I was thinking she was saying yes, but I don't think you do. You also don't get to keep zones, and then everyone has to buy expansions, including VIPs, because that's just a carryover from old MMOs. That's how MMOs used to work, which I think is part of the reason why Lotro's gone away from expansions altogether, is because they don't want VIPs to have to buy all this stuff. So. And welcome, Raphael, to the chat. Nice to have you here. There we go, Saradane. Moving right along on to the next skirmish. We're making decent progress. Remember, our goal is only 86.5 tonight, and we're about halfway there. I don't want to do Icy Crevasse on my own tonight, I don't think. Maybe some other time, but not tonight. Alright. I've done Icy Crevasse on my own several times successfully. And Ian says, I bet there are bands that play even real-life music like the ones we listen to on the radio. That is true. At Weatherstock, there are bands that play real-life music. In fact, that's the majority of what they play. And typically, they'll adapt the lyrics to be Tolkien or Lotro related. So they'll do parodies of like actual music and turn it into awesome parodies in Lotro. And so they'll turn like rock songs and all sorts of other stuff and adapt it to Lotro through the composition system, where you can use ABC files and turn it all in and just make this fantastic stuff that's just absolutely amazing. And it's just awesome that they can do that in the game. One of the very cool parts about Lotro, one of my favorite parts about Lotro, is that they simply have a music system that is better than probably any MMO and maybe even any game, at least as far as this type of stuff goes. You know, you could argue like Rock Band and stuff like that might be better music games, but as far as being able to compose stuff in game and have it translate to concerts and stuff, I guess you can now do that in Rock Band and stuff like that, but used to you couldn't, and so Lotro really stood out. It was one of the first games to really focus on a music system in it, and I'm pretty sure that was before Rock Band or any of that stuff had come out, Guitar Hero or any of that stuff. So Lotro was kind of a pioneer in that regard. Alright, and Raphael asks, where are you from? I am from America, my friend. And, yep. Alright, there we go. Alright. Come on. I like how the banner guard has shields that don't last anywhere near as long as the hulking pounder over here. I guess it's Daywalker Berserker. We can go ahead and start putting some bleeds on him. Alright. And yes, Bobella, all skirms are available from VIP while you are VIP. Same thing with zones. They're all available while you're VIP, but if you ever stop being VIP, those zones will go away. But you will have turbine points. So, you know, if you're only doing one character, VIP can actually be very valuable. Because if you ever stop it, you will, you know, be able to go through the content that you did. You won't need to rebuy it if you're not planning to replay through. And all you have to buy is future zones, which you'll have turbine points to do so. Because you get 500 turbine points every month. And so if you're a one character type player, VIP is a really, really good deal. Alright, and Alexander says today he was golfing with his friends and he did a drift on the golf cart. When I was not old enough to have a driving license, I was speeding around on the golf cart on a golf course. It was like a fairly, like we were on vacation somewhere, and so it was like a golf course that we normally would not be on. I mean, it was a very nice golf course. And, it was a lot of fun to be on there. My favorite part was driving the golf cart, and at one point I was apparently going fast enough to where the manager of the golf course actually came out and said that I could no longer be driving the golf cart. Partially because I didn't have driver's insurance because I was just a kid, although I guess my parents would. I don't know how insurance works when you don't have a driver's license, but I'm sure something would have worked out. But it was perfectly legal for me to be doing that. They allow people to do that. It's just the way that I was driving, they got nervous and was like, okay, let's take this dude's golf cart away. But I was having fun, and I was still doing it fairly safe. I was just going really fast. So. Oh goodness, this is not going well. Stay away, buddy. Nobody likes you. There we go. Alright. Since that day, I've driven many a golf cart. There we go. Alright, and Raphael says, you play very well. Well, today maybe, but this is not a normal occurrence. Don't get used to it. No, I've been playing long enough that I do play fairly well when I want to. I can stay alive if I want to, but sometimes I'm just, you know, wanting to kill stuff, and so I'll pull way too much. Or do other shenanigans, but that makes the stream much more interesting. When you do things like that. And Alexander says those things don't go fast, so you always have to put the pedal to the metal. Well, these were gas, like, golf carts. They weren't, like, electric. And so they could actually go pretty fast. And so, you know, I was definitely kind of going a little bit crazy. And then locally there's like a racing place where you can go and race. I don't even know what to call them, but they're basically go-karts. And the way that the track is set up, it's all really tight turns. And so you don't go too fast. You probably are going like 40 miles an hour, maybe a little bit faster. But there's all these really tight turns inside this indoor place. And so you can very quickly die in Lotro. And so you can, you know, be drifting and doing all this stuff and race against each other, and it's a ton of fun, even though you're not going that fast, but there's all these really tight turns, and so it just makes it be a ton of fun. And you can do drifting, and it's a lot of fun. You feel like that you're like a very fast professional type racer, but not really, because you're just taking really tight turns on a small track. It's called like extreme racing or something, so it's like a major thing. It's not like... It's pretty cool. Alright. Hello, buddy. This is gonna go over well, I'm sure. I don't know why I did that, but I did. Alright. I know I can actually fight this dude if I wanted to, but... This guy, considering his size, doesn't do that much damage compared to some of the other enemies. Which is nice. And Raphael asks, do I speak Spanish? And I do a little bit. I've taken 2 semesters of Spanish in high school and 3 semesters of Spanish in college. And yet I apparently I can't speak English either. I still feel like that I don't know Spanish that well. Probably because I don't know Spanish that well. But I do have a different Spanish speaking voice because of course you have to when you're anding and you do voiceover stuff all the time. And so I always am like, hola, me llamo Joel. And like go over dramatic. I didn't do that very good tonight, but that's partly because I'm kind of tired. And I can say things like El gato en mi casa es en fuego. The cat in my house is on fire. And other stuff like that. That's really useful. But no, I'm much better at translating Spanish than I am at speaking Spanish. If I hear Spanish spoken, I can understand much better than I can communicate in the language. But like I learned all the verbs and conjugation, not all the conjugations, but a lot of them. And you know, all that fun stuff. So. And a lot of just like travel survival things and stuff like that. And jaqueta, because I missed jacket on test. So I knew that I had to memorize it. So I remember that word, and some of the other words that I missed I remember. But more than I do the ones that I got right. Alright, travel now. Alright, and Ian says he just thought of something crazy yet fun in Lotro. What if there was a massive race where players start at the refugee camp in Kellenham and go all the way to the finish line at Minas Tirith? Well, that would take several hours, believe it or not. I think that would be fun to do, though. And I think players have attempted to do that. I know players have taken a chicken all the way from the starting chicken area to Minas Tirith. And that took several hours. And so things like that have kind of been done, but I don't think there have been actual races that long, which would be pretty cool. Part of the problems with races in Lotro is that there's the whole how fast can X person's mount go versus Y person, and you know, which speed buffs does everyone have, and if they have war steeds or not, and if their war steeds are light, or you know, how fast they can go, and if they're relatively the same or not, and things like that. So there's a lot of factors in setting up a race like that if you were actually wanting to know the winner. But I think that could be a lot of fun. I really do. Alright. Let's see here. Let's defend the Prancing Pony once again.
The inhabitants
And Alexander says he would use swift travel. Yeah, that would be the way to get there very fast.
At their uprising, the brigands have decided to burn them out.
Obviously very fast. I only added that on there because I'm tired. Alright, continue. Yes, dead to stand against the vile captors of the world. we go. Awesome. Alright, let's get this party started. Part of the reason why I like the defensive ones better is because there's no bad pulls for the most part. And so most of the waves are fairly manageable. And so I think defensive skirmishes are actually easier to do, but they do take longer. Assuming you don't get in those really tough fights on the other end, so there's trade-offs in skirmishes. There we go, hairball. That's great. Come on, there we go. Everybody attack the zealot, there you go. Where is... Oh hey, we might as well use these while we're leveling here. Although I'll probably need them some other time. But oh well. And Raphael asked if I speak Portuguese. No, not even gonna try. To be honest, I have no idea how to speak Portuguese. And J-Bones, welcome to the chat. J-Bones asks if I'm a Game of Thrones fan. Not really. I see the appeal, I've just never gotten into it. I've never taken the plunge. And I probably should at some point, but I just have not taken the time to do that yet. Right now I'm just kind of going through all of the hero shows like Arrow and Supergirl and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and you know, all of them. I'm still working through the backlog of like recordings and stuff like that that I've had from over the school year. There we go. Encounter from over here. Here we go. Alright, and Steven, welcome to the chat. Nice to have you here. And alright. Okay, good. Doesn't look like we got the torchbearer this time. So that's somewhat fortunate. Here we go. Oh goodness, oh goodness. No, 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 no. Tell you what, Lore Masters got it tough. Part of it's because of the level of our gear. I know it says level 100 whatever, but it's not really. Clearly, otherwise we'd be doing better. I mean, level 90 soldier should not be having problems there, and I even have ultimate skills. So, update 18.2 should be actually releasing tomorrow on the live servers, so that's kind of exciting. Looking forward to that to see if what people will think of the raid, if they think that it's in a good condition or not. Because so far, even though there are a lot of bugs and things like that, for some players, they're saying that it's actually quite possibly the best update, or the one of the best instances in Lotro ever. Like, they're putting it up on the same pedestal as like the Rift, because there's just a ton of bosses and it's just this huge raid that takes a ton of time and really returns back to the old style of play, it seems. And so players seem to like that a lot, which is great. Crazed Gel comes from the south. There we go. There we go. Awesome. Alright, and it is past midnight by quite a bit on the East Coast. So, good morning everyone over on that side of the world. This guy needs to come this way a bit more. they're just gonna spawn over here again. Okay. Lagging out. That's kind of scary. There we go. Come on, second watcher. Mr. Heathstraw. There we go. That's how you fight a boss. Alright, one more skirmish and then we should be at our halfway mark. Hopefully I will be awake enough to be coherent. So of course, let's do Fort at Brunnen, where we get to fight alongside the Elrond twins, also known as the Ranger wannabes, because they act a lot like the
forces
Rangers
of the
do in
enemy have
Lotro.
marched up to the bank of the Bruinen and await the sign to attack. Dark
By
clouds
that,
roll in as a great
mean
storm approaches. If the
that
fort
they've-
falls, Rivendell shall not be far behind it. The battle is nearly upon you.
The elves here act like that they've been, you know, up an entire lifetime of men in order to, you know, cram for a test the next day or something like that. They have been up all lifetime of the men, this age of men, and cramming for that elf test. All right, dun, 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 dun. Bring it. Really should use that on them, turns out. Come on, nearly done. Alright, and take care, Ian. Thank you so much for joining on this stream. Really did appreciate having you and everyone else that's been here in the chat. I think this will probably be my last skirmish, so not too much stream left to go here. And like I said, I am planning to do another stream tomorrow. I'll probably be recording a few episodes before then, so it'll probably be a early afternoon, maybe late afternoon, we'll see. Probably not evening. I might end up doing another stream in the evening. We'll see how the day goes. But it should be quite a lot of fun as we continue to be leveling here in Lotro. Got the giant down. There we go. Now the blood rook. Don't know how cracking the earth messes up the blood rook, but it does, which is awesome. Just don't ask. I think it's probably the good idea there. There's just nothing on right now. I mean, nothing going on right now because there's no encounter. And no defilers. I'm not complaining so much about the defilers. But it was surprising that there was no encounter that time. Although Pineleaf would probably say that it's not surprising at all and you should play the game more and skirmish more responsibly. Come on, foolish defiler. Just go ahead and defile away. Yes, yes, we know your blade cuts deep, Eladan. Or are you Elro here? Elro here, okay. There's a ring of fire. Go ahead and loot all that. There we go. Not a lieutenant of the enemy, what will we ever do? I hate it when that happens, when you're inducting and then they die and it still counts it as having gone off even though they're dead. But you don't get to see the animation that's satisfying, that's like, haha, you're really gonna be dead now. So, it's one part of Lotro I don't like as much. Now the elves are just standing in the water, getting all the mosquitoes. Again. Maybe this is an encounter-free instance. Yeah, we got him down. Now we need repairs on stuff. Yay, us. Just hoping the stream ends soon. Stream ends. Skirmish ends soon. And the stream will end after that. It says because we need to repair our armor. So hope that the skirmish ends soon. I think that there's still another round of waves after this. I don't remember. This is one of the skirmishes that I've done not the least, but on the lower side of things. I actually really like this skirmish, but I just have not put as much time into it. There we go, that's encounter done. Maybe. There we go. All right. Come on. We want to get to the halfway point. There we go. Encounter complete. Awesome. Yeah, I'm sure an elf is the one saying this. I have no doubt in my mind that an elf told us to do this. Push back the fourth assault, which means that there's a fourth assault. Why is the elf just counting instead of helping? know the exact amount of arrows in which you shall pick. Yeah, we're gonna take bonus arrow. Zzz. What if there's some combo? Well, I guess there's only one basket. Never mind. There we go. Yeah, I hope you keep the pressure on.
Shut up!
There we go. Nearly done here with this wave, and then we have the troll along with the surfer horses, and then we're good to go. No, there we go.
Shut up!
Yeah, a victory for Rivendell. Along with the bloody river now in Rivendell. So is it really a victory? Okay, there we go. Yes, there we go. Alright, vengeful spirit. Don't know who you're trying to gain vengeance on right now. Yes, now we shall finish this face to face after we destroy the fell beast of awesome horribleness. Fell beast, not what I meant to say. Oh my goodness, I am tired. Alright. Here they have the troll. Thankfully, we did the whole water thing by just pure accident. There we go. That will get things started for sure. A catalyst, if you will. Awesome. Completed Fort of Brunnen. Now, over halfway there. Living on a prayer. Alright. Enough obvious references. Let's go ahead and end out this stream. Thank you everyone so much for watching another one of my leveling streams here I could not have done this without all of the chat helping keep me awake. That is awesome. I really appreciated all your questions and things like that. That helps me know that you are all still interested in what I'm doing and helps encourage me to do more stuff. And comments in general on all my videos do that. So thank you everyone who helps out with that. If you enjoyed this or any other video, feel free to share the corresponding video. And thank you everyone so much for watching. I'll see you again real soon for more content. But till then, thank you everyone so much, and follow me on Twitter at pvmp_andeng. There's a link in the description. Thank you all so much once again. I'm tired if you can't tell, which is why I'm talking like this. So anyway, thank you everyone so much, and I'll see you again real soon for more content.